Let's bring in Michael Ware now, our US analyst. Michael, start off with this latest blunder. What do you make of it?
Yeah, well, to say it's unfortunate is an understatement, and perhaps it's a preview of what's to come in this much delayed press conference. Yes, this press conference by the president does have high stakes for his nomination for the party to run against former President Trump. I would say that this is a make or break press conference for the president, but I actually wonder if there's anything left to break.
No.
Because, we're already seeing support for him not just seeping away, but the chorus calling upon him to stand down ever rising. We now have about a dozen members of Congress who have come out publicly, not to mention those speaking privately. And let's not forget that, given that Senate Democrats who took their concerns with them to meet with a White House aide and campaign staffers to lunch, came out of that lunch and they were not persuaded, that the leader of the Democrat Party in the House of Representatives says that even though President Biden says the decision has been made, the House Minority Leader says, no. There's still a candid and comprehensive conversation about President Biden's nomination in progress. Meanwhile, you've got party heavyweight and Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi saying the same thing, that President Biden has yet to make a decision or has a decision to make, even though he keeps saying he's made a decision. You've got donors closing their wallets and putting them in their pockets. And Hollywood star George Clooney wrote an op-ed for the New York Times. But what we're hearing right now are reports that former President Obama knew that Clooney was going to do that before he did it. So when you start to look at that array of Democrats, major Democrats, who aren't just casting doubts, but are saying, we're not yet accepting the captain's decision, you have to wonder if President Biden has anything left to lose. And will this press conference, even if he does a triumphant performance, will it even matter?
Well, look, this blunder today bounces around the world in real time. It's there now. It's going to last and it's going to follow him around just like every other blunder. But let's talk about, you've been living in America for a while now, right, Michael? So how big a moment is this in terms of a reckoning for America's left-wing mainstream media, who all of a sudden are kind of pretending like this is just a recent thing since the debate? As we've been reporting for years now, and our colleagues, Fox News, have been reporting for years now, that this has been going on. I mean, you've also got the Hunter Biden laptop stuff that was kept under wraps until it became a real thing. So it feels like this is quite a big moment in terms of America's media.
Well, it's not just the media. That's also reflected within the party itself, within Democrats in Congress. Some of them are feeling a little bit outraged, or certainly they're feeling compromised by the fact that clearly the president has been shielded within a bubble, and even other members of his own party and Congress haven't been told about it, that even they haven't been made aware of any kind of deterioration. Now, some say that the spring Joe Biden was very different, was much more capable than this summer Joe Biden. But we know that neurosurgeon's been to see him 8 times. There's been concerns. Questions have been raised. And that's all been kept very tightly within this cocoon. So the question now is, who can pierce that cocoon? Have there been truth tellers?
Well, this is supposed to have been a transparent government. It's been anything but. It's almost been dictator-like. I mean, this story that Annalise brought you a little bit earlier about one of the radio interviews that Joe Biden did this week, where the White House sought to edit it, basically, before it went to air. I mean, that's the sort of stuff that you would have seen in the Middle East.
Well, yes, as I understand, the White House sent the radio station 8 pre-approved questions. Now, the interviewer herself said, look, that didn't bother me. I chose the 4 I wanted, and off I went. Now, as a real journalist, I wouldn't even look at those pre-prepared questions. So I put that blame more on the journalist than the White House. But, look, we're talking about politics here. Look, you know, you could argue that today Joe Biden can still function as president. He certainly was able to perform at the NATO summit. The
Until
question
the end.
is, he certainly, you know, operated within these meetings.
I get
he
your
hashed
point.
out these deals. But who's Joe Biden going to be in 6 months? Who's Joe Biden going to be in 12 months? That's become the question. So even within the party, beyond the concerns about the president himself, there's concerns about, you know, the way he has been shielded and that the party has not been informed.